tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove. Synchronized slip now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Talking gold and silver and crypto too. With Joe and the gang, it's what we do.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. We're stacking sats, we're stacking gold. In the world of finance, real gold. Every sip, every chart, we're on our way to financial freedom, come what may.
So grab that tasty beverage, let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Gold right now is literally making a play for a new all-time high, literally happening right now as we live stream. Also taking a look at Hyperliquid coin. It's had a bit of a rise. It's in an interesting little spot. So we'll take a look at that too. Plus we'll do the regular precious metals and other crypto analysis too. Chart requests if we have time. Every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, going out live on X and on YouTube right now. Lots of subscribers, lots of followers. Hit the big red subscribe button and follow me for all the amazing stuff we do, including the synchronized slurp. You missed it. You miss it you do it once in the morning and then you don't do it. Who else does a synchronized slurp with you? No one. No one except your best friend, me, Joe Main. Here we go. Grab your tasty beverage. I grab mine. We slurp them synchronously together. You must do it audibly. It is the honor system. Don't let us down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I'm Joe Main, coming to you live from Melbourne in Australia. I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010, a stacker of crypto since 2013. Worked in the retail bullion dealer industry in Australia. Over 3 major bullion dealers. I've served thousands of customers in my time, probably packaged up your order and sent it to you in the last 11 years probably. And now I do this weekdaily live show. Hit the big red subscribe button. And what we do, of course, at first, I have to speak to my amazing Good Morning Stackers family, the GMS crew. So the early birds catch the worm. Niels Hahn Dynasty, as always, of course, one of the first ones in. GMS Joe says, living out of man, Neil and all. Good to see you, my friend. No different language this morning? Come on, man. LAM, hi everyone. Says Silverica, g'day Knackers. G'day Hazza. Oh, mate. Hazza, it's been a while. I don't think I've seen you for a little bit. GMS, I love and hate that intro song. Interesting. Why is that, Richard? It's such a funky song. Richard, can you remind me, please, what that chart request was from yesterday? And I'll try and take a look at that today. Morning, Joe, says Jason Ashworth. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. Morning. Let's see. Yep, Hazard, GMS, y'all, says CT from the Lone Star State in Texas. Such a good catchy beat, but stuck in my head the whole day. It gets stuck in my head too. And the last part of it, when it goes out into like the bridge is so catchy. And then it's just, I literally, as everyone knows, and if you don't know, I created that using AI and a website called Udio, udio.com for free. for free. Udio for free. And then I inputted it created some lyrics and I changed up the lyrics, but I said I want it in the style of Tower of Power, which is a very famous, one of my favorite bands of all time, a very famous soul funk band from the 70s. They're still around today. And I said in the style, with horn sections and all that, make it funky. And that's what it spat out. Pretty damn good, hey? The intro song is catchy. It really is. Yes, where have you been? Where has Hazza been? Still here, guys. He sometimes just decides just to be a casual listener, and that's okay. Silent Stacker, GMS is here. Hazza says, great tune for sure. I agree. By the way, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. You'll hear a little bit more from them later on. Gold literally making a play for a new all-time high right now as we speak. Let's take a look at the gold chart. I think we've almost made the new all-time high on the live stream. Let me share the screen for you, people. And let's take a look. Gold on the 4-hour time frame. Normally we'll look at the daily, but I'll show you the 4-hour here. Priced in US dollars, 3,244. Now, it may be already made a new all-time high in other, price feeds. Okay, I'm using, and I always use, the ticker that is gold. It just says gold on the tradingview.com website. Okay, so this is CFDs on gold. So if you're looking at gold futures, for example, it'll certainly be higher, but the all-time high in relation to its own chart, if that makes sense. So right here, I think we're just about to push through. Okay, we're going to make a brand new all-time high. There we go. Hang on. All right, brand new all-time high in gold. I'm going to do it. DJ air horn. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we also get a bit of a... Yeah. All right. Brand new all-time high in gold, people. Here's the thing we need to watch out for. Okay. As you know, I have been saying and look, again, as I've been saying, now I'm becoming a broken record about the broken clock thing. A broken clock is right twice a day. Okay, but I have been saying steam is just starting to run out. I have been saying that for a little bit, and we've rocketed. Okay, so don't listen to me. Dollar cost average and all that. But there's just a couple of things we need to keep our eyes on. This is a huge bit of velocity here. Okay, we had that move again. This is on the 4-hour time frame. We had the move up to 3,170 and move back down to under $3,000. I had thought that we might find a further support zone a little bit lower. It rejected that and just rocketed up. Okay, tariffs and all that kind of stuff has seen it move. That's a big move very quickly. Okay, if I take a look on the daily, this is not the kind of move that this is. So I'll put it another way. This is the kind of move that you see in a later stage blow off top on certain time frames. Okay, so I'm not saying it's done and dusted for months and months and months or years and years and years or anything like that. It could be a few months, you never know, but it's these kind of moves just start to get a little concerned. Now, could I be completely wrong? Absolutely could be completely and utterly wrong. But there's a couple of things I need you to watch out for. And look, again, dollar cost average, and don't worry about it, man, because, years down the track, it's fine. You're all good. But what I'll note here, and we haven't found the pivot point yet, so we don't know where this is going to find a little bit of a top at. Could it be at $3,300? I actually do think $3,300 will be an area because of this Fibonacci from this high and this low. That's right there at almost exactly $3,300 US dollars per gold troy ounce, and that's the 1.618 Fibonacci extension. Okay, so watch out for there, around about 3,300. And watch out for the fact that it hasn't posted it yet. So this is, I'm forward casting. Okay. But if we do the following, and again, I know I keep mentioning this a lot, but if we make a higher high, okay, but then we fail to make a higher high on the relative strength index on the oscillator right here, if we don't make that higher high up here, if we make it kind of here or below, then it actually sets up a bearish divergence. Okay, so we've got a higher high in the price, okay, and then a lower high or a flattening out on the relative strength index. So that would signal, and this this is a pretty big move pretty quickly. Okay, so that would signal, okay, it's having its last little push, okay, little push there, and then yeah, probably some time off. Okay, what would negate that? Closing above here. Okay, and so a higher high and a higher high on the relative strength index. However, that would put it in extremely overvalued on the 4-hour time frame, and you don't spend forever in extremely overvalued. So I'm saying around about here, it's just looking a bit peaky. Okay, so just bear that in mind. You should only be bearing that in mind if you're planning on loading up lower and you're not good dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost average, buy every single paycheck once a month, the same time every month, regardless of where the price is, and you're averaging your cost over time. Just do it that way, people. But for those who are like, no, I'm waiting for the big dip, I think a dip is coming. I just don't know where from and then how much lower it goes. Okay, so don't play that game. Just average your cost in over time. It don't matter in the longer term. Okay, that's gold though. We just posted a brand new all-time high in gold. There you go. So congratulations to all. You watched it live with me. Isn't that cool? So that's gold. Let's take a look at silver. So that was what I was talking about in terms of gold's next play, in terms of the title of the video today, of the live stream. Gold's next play was, it's making its next play for a new all-time high. It's literally just done it. Let's see what happens from there. Okay, that is gold. Silver on the 4-hour. I keep doing the 4-hour. Actually, sorry, no. Let me go back. I wanted to show you gold on the daily as well. Similar thing. So if I remove all of you, and I'll get rid of you for the moment. No, I'll get rid of that. Okay, so gold on the, excuse me, on the daily time frame. Similar thing. Brush, brush, brush tool. Go. Oh, shoot. No, sorry, gang. Won't be a sec. Don't know why it does that to me. Okay, right. There. Cool. Gold on the daily, similar thing, right? So you can see it's just made a higher high, but on the relative strength index, it hasn't broken into a higher high. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So you could certainly see similar thing where you come up to 3,300, but then this comes up to match maybe here, and then that would be a divergence, and then you'd be looking at a possible tick over. Cool. Well, what kind of lower prices are we talking about? I take it anywhere down to $2,700 basically back down to the mother of all trend lines, the one that goes all the way back to 1980 and through the highs of 2011. I'm not going to show it to you here. You've seen it a million times before. And for the new subscribers, well, trust me, bro, just watch my other live streams and you'll see the mother of all trend lines, but that's it right there. Lowest probably around about 2,700, 2,750-ish kind of area. Definitely not saying it's 100% going there. I'm just saying that would be the big bottom that you would expect it to have a massive support level at. Could certainly find support, much higher than that. Much higher, but just watch out for there. Anyway, that is gold. Cool. Silver on the daily time frame. Price in US dollars, $32.33 US cents. We are so far respecting the zone here. We're so far respecting this zone here, okay? I don't know why I've not got that drawn in. That should come up on my... Why is that not coming up? Okay, never mind. Well, it said something like the expected zone, something like that. So we've blasted through the expected resistance zone, and we want to blast through it, and we want to remain above it. So that's good. So while we're above about $32.20, fantastic. I would even accept... that, no problem. I'll even accept that, no problem. But we must, if we do that, we must get back above and stay above 32.20 very quickly. Otherwise, this could be the move. Okay, this could be the move, and we're heading upwards and upwards from here. But so far, so good. On the relative strength index, is anything telling me anything? Okay, on the 4-hour. What you can see on the 4-hour, I guess, is a possible bearish divergence there on the shorter term, right here, where the price is kind of flattening here. You can see a very key resistance at around about, what's that, 32.40, 32.50. Oh, the old school 32.50. Okay, it's the old school 32.50, which was major resistance before. There you go, right there. As well. And on the relative strength index here, you're just seeing a bit of a decline. Okay, so a little bit of a divergence there. Maybe it's nothing. We could certainly rocket up through here and head up to the next level of about $33.20 will be the next area of resistance, I'd imagine, right about here at the 0.786 Fibonacci. Watch out for that. But as long as it remains over this level here, then we're looking good. Okay, so remain above there, looking good for silver. Just watch out for that potential bearish divergence on the 4 hour. And once again, that's good. That's just fine. That's not. Don't do that. Cool. That is silver. Here is platinum on the, once again, the 4 hour time frame. We'll take it out to the daily, and we are looking at $958 US. So far, the pattern is potentially playing out. Nothing much to say. I will get more excited for platinum if when we cross above around about your $1,000 threshold. Excuse me. And so long as we hold here at around about $950, do something like that. Great, no worries. As long as we hold that 950, yeah, I'm cool. I think technically it's 945, but around about 950, 940, you want to see that hold. And of course, obviously, if it does not, and you do that, then watch out for another test of the best buy zone, which would be anywhere between the top end right there, $900 US, anywhere down to 750. I'm not stressing about 750. It's more likely to be 870 or 840. Not saying it's happening. I'm just saying if it does break and close down back below through that 940, 950 area, that's a potential. Okay, that is platinum. Did anyone catch ASX Trader's live seminar last night? I did, and he talked about platinum. He actually talked about how he's incredibly bullish on platinum. He said he loaded up some platinum, I think physical, who knows, he didn't say, and he said he did it recently. I think he said he did it last week at about $920 US. So that was around about here, he said. Roughly there is where ASX Trader bought some platinum, and I think for the longer term investment type hold, not for the trading hold. So that's interesting. Okay, so could this be, what is he seeing that I'm not seeing? Could this be the bottom right there, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th test? Could be. And I think he would say, and I would agree, as long as we hold above that 950 and then break that $1,000 mark, then it's looking quite good. Okay, that is platinum. I'm going to keep talking about rhodium for a little bit. This is rhodium on the daily time frame. This is a 1/10 fraction rhodium tracker. Okay, so whatever this price is, the real price of the spot price of rhodium is 10 times more. Okay, so just add a zero, basically. Okay, but this is probably the best way to get into rhodium if you're thinking about getting into rhodium. You can buy the physical. It's ultra expensive. There's GST attached in Australia, and the buyback rates are terrible. Okay, so it's not a great physical metal to be in, but you could use something like this ETF tracker, 1/10 version, and it's on the London Stock Exchange. Okay, we have seen so far a continued support level. Okay, great. What I would want to see, this is on rhodium, and that if I take it from that high and that low, excuse me for all the coughing, we have made a test or made a play for $590 US. That was at the 0.786 Fibonacci from this high and this low. So far it has rejected it. So long as we hold above, I would say, let me go like, so hold them roughly around about here at 550, all good. Okay, what we want to see pretty soon is that. Okay, and then I want to see a test of this area here. Let me get rid of you. I want to see a test of this area there. See that horizontal line? That's at 600. No, it's at $700, $690 technically, and it's this trend line. So we broke through the first trend line. See that one there? That got broken through, and then it got almost retested, and now we might be making a play for this trend line. If you do that, oh, that is really, really good for rhodium, and I will probably be getting into rhodium. Okay, I'd have to look at some other things. What else? How does it correlate with other assets, etc.? I'd probably look at it I'd probably view it, against gold and against silver. So if it's looking like it's outperforming gold and outperforming silver, then I'll consider getting into rhodium. But if it's silver from a percentage gain increase, if silver and gold are still outperforming rhodium, so everything could be going up except silver and gold are still outperforming rhodium, then why be in rhodium? What's the point, right? You're getting the thing that's mainly outperforming everything else. But I am keeping an eye out on it. If you would like to keep an eye out on it, follow me, subscribe to me. I'll do it for you, bro. I've even got my alarms set just for you, my alerts. So I'll let you know when we break around about 775, that's a good change, okay? A bullish change. That's rhodium. Cool. Gold to silver ratio is at 100 still. It's just hovering around that 100 mark. Not a lot to say. And that's all for the precious metals. Speaking. Oh, I didn't do it. I'll have to do it later. Let's take a look at some comments and then we'll get into the other stuff of the day. Great to see so many people watching. Let's see. You are watching Good Morning Stackers. If you have just joined us, I am Joe Main, live from Australia, and I talk about precious metals and crypto and a whole bunch of other stuff. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go back here. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Comments. Jake's Customs Parts is here. Big bottom. Jason loves a big bottom. Let's see. AUD too strong. Not at all-time high in Australian dollars. Correct. That's right. You're right. Excuse me, gang. Still getting over the... not the cough. I'm not getting over the cough. I'm just getting over a little bit of a sickness. Okay, thank you for that. Let's see. Amazing what AI can do indeed, yes, in terms of the theme song. That's exactly right. The stock you mentioned yesterday was BIDU, including ADR, Chinese AI and search engine, Chinese version of Google. Okay, I'll take a look at that today for you. We've already done it, Knackers. Awesome. For Goldstackers, it is a new all-time high in US dollars. Okay, no, we haven't done it in Australian dollars. Again, because the Australian dollar has just been strengthening against the US dollar. Oh, once again, if you did catch ASX Trader's live seminar yesterday, he's actually potentially talking about a continuing strength in the Australian dollar. Okay, just has to get over a certain level. I'll show it to you. Why not? Let me quickly show it to you. It's around about here. It looks like the AUD is strengthening against the USD potentially. And that's right here. See that? Has been showing some strength. I have had some dirty fiat currency parked in US dollars recently. And I would say if it breaks, and I think this is what ASX Trader was saying, around about here, if it starts breaking here and then holding a support, it's looking like a potential bottom in the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. He made a much better case for it than I did, not just looking at the price. He looked at cycles as well. It's a very interesting live seminar, which will actually be available to watch yourself on the Mastering the Markets Facebook page. I think they're going to post that live stream recording today. So if you just go to Facebook, type in Mastering the Markets, find their Facebook page, give them a like, and then I think they're going to post that. So you can watch what I watched live last night. So ASX Trader talked about a particular cycle where he notes, okay, this could really be the bottom. So you never know. We could be starting to head back up and strengthen against the USD. That's not good for our US dollar denominated assets, but then you can also play that thing by maybe if you have USD, you could, park. And what I will be doing if we do see a bullish change of market structure, then I'll be swapping my USD back for AUD and then trying to ride some of that wave. Anyway, that was that. Back to some comments, and then we'll get into crypto, Bitcoin, and we will talk about Hype, in particular, Hyperliquid coin. Let's see. Yeah, 3262 on gold futures. Yeah, totally. But gold futures it is. Good morning, everyone. Says Sino. Finally able to watch a live this week. Good to see you, mate. It's been a hectic week. Time to slurp my tasty beverage. You slurp that tasty beverage, bro. You slurp it. Jason said bottom. Are the family offices buying silver yet? Are the family offices buying silver yet? I don't know what that means. I don't know that reference. So please let me know. Not really interested in rhodium or osmium. That's okay, CT. Speaking of osmium, I've got to reach out to Space Miner and we've got to get him on to talk about osmium. GMS, y'all. Cannot stay. Just waving as I pass by. Thanks, Florida man. No problem. GMS was all ready for the start, then interruption called me away and missed the last 23 minutes. Don't worry, Living Adam, man. You're all good, my friend. Jason was talking about bottoms. He was. It just is what it was, man. He loves the big bottoms. Excuse me. All right. Sorry for all the coughing, guys. I am on my antibiotics and it will go away eventually. Buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, will you? perthbullion.com.au. Greatest bullion dealer in all of Australia. When you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart, not 20 of one item, you can mix and match. You'll get instant free shipping when you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart and you go through the order. You have to make sure that you click the free shipping option. Okay, so it won't automatically come up. That's a little bug. I would call it a bug, so I think Ricky knows about it. Maybe they can get that changed. But yeah, if you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart, make sure you check the view cart section and it'll come up saying shipping charge free. And then you just click that one and it's free of charge. Come on, no other bullion dealer in Australia dares to do it. They've never done it before. Ricky launched this business back in May of last year and hasn't gone out of business. Isn't that interesting? Bullion dealers didn't think they could or just didn't want to because it's just not a thing. We don't do that here in Australia. Oh, those big boys in the US can do it, but why would we do it here? No one else has done it. Well, sorry, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au is now the first, and you're all going to have to pony up at some point, my wonderful bullion dealer friends who I've worked for, many of you, okay? Step up to the plate, people, and you as a customer should be asking your major gold or silver bullion dealer that's not Perth Bullion Exchange why they're not doing free shipping now. Perth Bullion Exchange have been doing it for nearly a year. They're not out of business. They're able to make money and all that. So why can't the big boys, the bigger boys, even do it too? Yeah, come on. Anyway, and their special of, if you go to the top right-hand corner, go in to the search bar, type in the word special, you should see their special of the week. Oh, there might be no move. It's this one right here. It is the Canadian Goose, the Royal Canadian Mint Goose coin for a great price, first off, because don't forget, if you can find this coin cheaper anywhere in of the major Australian bullion dealers, and they've got it in stock at the same time, if you can find it for cheaper, you send that screenshot to Ricky at Perth Bullion Exchange, and he'll just price match. Okay, it's a business policy to price match if it's price matchable. Okay, there's a few terms and conditions. So no one, and then the free shipping as well. Come on, bro, it's the best. Out of interest, have they still got the? Oh, have they, or is it out of stock? Oh, okay. I could be wrong there, but it looks like they've still got the Dragon and Koi on special as well for $1 off, unless it's not, and he's forgotten to remove that thing there. Could still be on special. You might have two specials this week. That's very interesting. Anyway, that is the Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Let's go to crypto, Bitcoin. I want to take a look specifically at Hyperliquid. Oh, lordy. Alrighty, here we go. Excuse me. Here is Bitcoin on the daily time frame, priced in US dollars, 83,670. We have failed so far. Looks like I don't know where we're going. Look, again, Bitcoins and crypto are in a downtrend. There's no denying that whatsoever, okay? There is nothing saying Bitcoin and general crypto is in an uptrend yet, okay? No signs whatsoever. A decent sign would be the following: closing above here at least, okay? Closing above here, and that's at 88,500. Above that, Fibonacci would be good, but above here would be preferable, okay? So that you want to start making a higher high, and then you want to start making a lower low, okay? So you want to do that, and you want to start doing that. That's obvious anyway, but ASX Trader on his live seminar did mention this with Bitcoin recently as well. So it's pretty simple stuff. You want to start making higher highs, and you want to start making higher lows. We are not doing that at the moment. We are making lower highs, and they're buying at lower lows as well. And they're selling at lower highs too, okay? So what you need to see is somewhere here hold and then make a higher high. Until we do that, there's no decent signal, okay? But if that's the pivot, I need this to hold. I'm just going to go back and say I really need it to hold here at 82,500. That's around about it. Okay, so I need to see it do that and make a higher high. Do that, come down, make a higher low wherever that is. Do that and then do that. Oh, that's looking very interesting. Okay, that could set up a potential, great Bitcoin move in 2025, and then of course I need to see it close above $96,000. That's that uptrend line right there. Let's get above this zone right here, preferably, please and thank you. And then, hey, onwards and upwards we go. Nowhere near it right now, and potentially, look, we're just still in a bear market at this stage until proven otherwise. That is Bitcoin. Excuse me. Others is not doing well. Others is I will say not doing well. General crypto, not doing well, okay? Clear downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. So people are selling lower, they're buying lower, okay? So not good. And we did say we need to watch out for $200 billion. Again, just based on this recent. Why is that there? Sorry, let me do that and that. It's based on this recent low and this recent high where we came to test this uptrend line right here. And we need to preferably hold here at 200 billion. You can say, yeah, it can come down to this area here because this is part of the zone of normal support. Okay, yeah, it can freak you out and have a test there at about 195 billion. You just really, to have a little bit more confidence, let's just bounce off of there. That would be good at 200. I'll give it here at 195, but if you start coming down there, it's really bad, okay? Really, really not good. Okay, so far, total downtrend, total bear market at the moment for crypto. I am going to take a look now within the thousands and thousands of crypto. Excuse me, there are going to be ones that are doing better than others, and some that just like Fartcoin, like we talked about yesterday, just had a massive run, a bit of a run. Okay, bucking the general crypto trend, but the general crypto trend is down, down, down. But we can take a look at a couple that might be bucking the trend. How long they do that for, remains to be seen. But for example, we did take a look at ACH yesterday. We'll take another quick look, and then I'm going to take a look at Hyperliquid because it's doing something interesting. Okay, here is ACH. ACH is hovering around my 3 cent getting interested mark. Good to see. Watch out for resistance there on the 4-hour time frame. We are extremely oversold. So I'm going to actually say to you right now, I think the steam is running out. I think we're going to find big resistance here at this general 2.8 cents, 3 cent area. What I'm noticing is the price is going up, but the relative strength index on the 4-hour time frame is flattening out or actually slightly going down. Okay, so I think we don't pump up to, this is my call, and I could be wrong. I don't think we pump up to the next area that I need to see it close at, which is over 4 cents. I don't think we're pumping to 4 cents. I think we find some resistance here. You would want to hold support on ACH at around about 2.3 cents. Otherwise, burp, not good, okay? That's what I see for ACH. I will be back into ACH when it ever confirms closing multiple days, preferably weeks above 4 cents. So far, I am not in it. I will not be. That is ACH, and let's take a look at my coin of the day. All right, I want to show you on here and here. Excuse me. And then we'll do a chart request for that one that Richard Pin has asked for. Let's take a look at Hyperliquid crypto token. This is it on the KuCoin exchange, priced in US dollars, $15 right now. I wanted to show it to you very quickly because it's been bucking the trend just recently. It's had a decent bit of a rise while a lot of other crypto has just been seeing a bit of a low. We're at an interesting point here. Now, understand what I'm about to say is not financial advice, and I don't know where crypto is going to go. General crypto is on a downtrend, okay? It's interesting to see that we've found Hyperliquid find massive resistance here. What is potentially happening, and it's only a potential, okay? And you have to look out for the signs of it actually playing out as a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern. This might completely not play out, but it's just something I was scanning through the cryptos this morning before I started the show. I was like, oh, okay, this is a potential, okay? Right here. So, and it's a very textbook one if it is, okay? So left shoulder, head, and a potential right shoulder. So it looks like we found some resistance right here. So I've done some Fibonacci from this high and this low. You can see pretty clearly it has lined up pretty well with Fibonacci levels. You've got, look, that's actually previous support becomes new resistance. So maybe you could talk that. So maybe we get rid of the, maybe the Fibonacci. I'll keep it back. Maybe Fibonacci isn't a thing, okay? But I just like to use it as a potential confluence, if that makes sense. But watch out for here. You've got a very key level at $17. Hey, if we just cruise above $17 and hold that as support, great. You could possibly looking at a test of right here at $22.30 roughly. Excuse me. That would be at the top end of this zone right here again, based on this high and this low. That would be the zone that you would need to get through, and you would need to, in order to say that Hyperliquid's going to go through a massive run, okay, you need to see it close above around about $29, $30 at the top end right there, okay? We're nowhere near there yet. We're at massive resistance right now. But watch out for this potential head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. If we see the following, okay? If we see the following and we come back down, and this finds support here, and then we start creeping back up, okay? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. If that does that, ignore the time frame, just more so the price, okay? Maybe if that's tighter, I don't know, whatever it is, right? If it does that, and I'm not saying it is at all, we could absolutely tank from here. Could totally tank. But if this plays out, and I'll keep watching it, that's a massive inverse head and shoulders. That's like textbook inverse head and shoulders, and then you would be talking about the following. Let me get rid of you, and you, and you, and you. So then you'd be talking about the following, okay? You'd be talking about probably very likely a move higher. Now, where would be the measured move higher, okay? Again, please understand, I am not saying it's doing this. I'm just noticed this little pattern potentially playing out, okay? There's a lot of hoops to jump through before that's even considered an inverse head and shoulders, okay? But if it does play out, okay, the measured move, the typical move is you take the bottom to the neckline, okay? So that's the neckline of the head and shoulders, all right? Right there very clearly. And then you take it to the breakout, and then it's a measured move higher, okay? And so that would, if the inverse head and shoulders played out in its entirety, which they don't always do, but if it did, it would actually take it above that key level that I showed you just before. That would actually take it to around about $32. Now, you've got some big resistance along the way. So I would actually say in this case, if this does happen, again, I'm just spitballing, this is just for entertainment purposes only. I would actually suggest that we probably don't come up to that 30, and you're going to find massive resistance in here. Why? Because you've got a bunch of trapped money here. You've got a bunch of people who have bought down in here, okay? They're in this zone right here. So you've got some trapped money, as ASX Trader calls it, and I'm just going to use all his parlance, okay, because it's perfect parlance. Trapped money right here. You've got buyers here. We actually got a lot of buyers here as well. So it's actually kind of from about $19.30 onwards. You've got some trapped money, some buyers, okay? They bought here. A lot of them would have written it down. So this zone here is going to be a massive level of resistance, okay? So just saying, if it does do that, then watch out for some resistance here. That's a possible little mini trade. I would suggest if this does break, then I might take a mini trade, just a little trader thing, and then watch out for resistance here. So a small percentage gain. I'd be looking. I know it's very detailed right here, right now. It's annoying. Excuse me there. if that does that, you'd be talking about, oh, it's not bad. It's like a 20% move. Sure. Do I want 20% on $1,000? Sure. Why not? I'll take 20% on $1,000. Cool. So I'll be watching out for that. None of this may come to pass. Okay. None of it. But I'm just showing you there's a potential there. If we break on Hyperliquid, yeah, this level here, you've got to watch out for $12.20. That's your next major support level. Okay. If it does break through there, not good, and then you'd be talking lower prices. I don't know what that is for Hyperliquid. Pick a number. It just means whole of general crypto is still going down at the same time. Cool. That is Hyperliquid. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this on a random excerpt, if I clip this out, or if it's on X or on YouTube. Leave a comment or a reply. Are you really bullish on Hyperliquid? Let me know why. And again, the major hurdle to get over just for general investment purposes is this level right here. Got to get through that 22 to 29 area. It's smooth sailing after it's really quite smooth sailing after about that 29 area. Very smooth sailing, okay? Because look, there's basically no trapped money. You've got the sellers got out here. There's no buyers, okay? Absolutely no buyers up here, okay? And there's basically virtually no sellers at the same time. You've got the sellers that may be buying down here, okay, taking some profits. But yeah, no trapped money there, which means quite likely you'd be breaking the all-time high, okay? So very key level at that $29-ish, $30 level. Let me know if you're bullish on Hyperliquid. Okay, I'm going to go back and check that's the wrong one. I want that one. There we go. Check the camera. Check the comments. Check the comments for that one that Richard Pin wants. It was called BIDU. Richard. I'm going back. I'm looking for it. So you're looking for it right here. Richard's one. Here we go. Stock I mentioned was BIDU. Cool. Let me see if I can find it first, and then we will go back and do it. Give me a minute. I'm not sharing the screen. I'm just going to go BIDU. But he said, what's he said here? Yes, it was BIDU, including ADR. Okay, I don't know what that means, including ADR, Chinese AI and search engine. So is it ADI or is it BIDU? Let me quickly check. I'll share the screen just so you can see what I'm doing, so you're not just looking at a random screen. BIDU 988. It looks like it's okay. I'll try ADR. What's that? ADR and no. Okay, so I'll try BIDU. It's going to be a stock, I presume. C3. Am I not looking at this correctly? Can you help me, please, Richard Pin? What is the ticker that I need to look at, that I need to look up for this? Can you leave a comment for me right now, please? That's on the NASDAQ. I don't think it's going to be that. That's BIDU Inc. What is BIDU Inc? I don't think that's going to be it. Let me look up something. I'll come back to here. I'm just going to look up here. Let me go back to here. I'm just going to check something. I'm going to go BIDU stock China. So BIDU stock price, it looks like it's 9,888. I think that's what it is. It might be 9,888. I think that's the one. Okay. All right. I think it might be that. 9,888 HK. Let me just quickly check that. Recent news. Why BIDU dipped more than broader market today? Looks like it might be the case. Stock price today. BIDU, yeah. Then there's a BIDU, the Google of China. No. So BIDU, the Google of China, that's the NASDAQ version. Okay, so let's take a look at that then. I think this is the one. Okay. Excuse me, you can't all see it. And let me just check some final comments here. No, he's not watching it. That's okay. No problem. Cool. I'm going to do this. Let's do a chart request for BIDU or BIDU. It is apparently, this is from Richard Pin, one of my lovely subscribers. Apparently, it is the Chinese version of Google. Okay, so we've had a request for it. Happy to take requests. If you would like to request a specific asset, stock, crypto, whatever it is, let me know. I'll always give preference to super chats, of course. But let's take a look at this one right here. I've been able to find what I think is the correct ticker, and it has obviously has the the Chinese version. The excuse me. Yeah, the Chinese version is 9888. Okay, that's this one here on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, I think that would be. But I've also got the NASDAQ version as well. Okay, so this is the one that goes back to 2021, and this one goes back all the way to 2005. Okay, I think this might be the one. Okay, cool. Let's take a quick look at it. Here it is on the monthly time frame. Each candle is 1 month. We're looking at $84.55 US cents. I'm pretty sure I have the correct one. If it is not the correct one, just let me know, and then I'll look like a complete fool. But also maybe take a quick look at the other one too. So this ticker technically is BIDU. On the NASDAQ. Okay, very clearly looks like to be in a potential downtrend at the moment. So you can see it's making people are selling lower. Okay, selling lower, and they're buying lower at this stage. Okay, selling, buying lower, buying lower, buying lower. If this ticks back up here and they start buying higher, okay, sure, but actually, technically, it is in a downtrend. Let's take a look where we've come from. So back in 2005, apparently. Okay. I hope this is the right ticker. You're at around about $5.20. We've seen a high here of $350 US. This was back in February of 2021. And now we're at about $84. So if I take it from this low, which I will, we have a low of $4.40. I'm going to take it from this low and this high, and we're looking for, okay, yeah, we're at a very clear support, very clear level of support that you need to hold, or else, bing, bong, 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 bong. Okay, we've already, yeah, man, it's got to hold right here. We're at a very crucial level, but it's here at your 70, it's around about your 80 level right now. Call it $80 even. That's where you need to hold. So far, it's in a bear market, okay? Not a lot to say. Yeah, the buyers aren't buying at higher prices. The sellers are selling as we go down, okay? So they're not waiting for higher prices. They're selling as we go lower. Potentially, this is on the weekly time frame. Yeah, nothing really to tell you. Is there anything on the relative strength index that might be saying a potential reversal? Okay, let's have a look at that. On the monthly, I guess you could say there's a potential for some bullish divergence. This is at least based on the price action and the relative strength index. So you'd need some other things to confirm. But you've got a flattening out of the price there, and you do have a rise here, although the pivot point might not be in yet. Okay, we need to see. This hasn't confirmed itself as a major bottom yet. We haven't even closed this month yet. Okay, so this could close the month in the next couple of weeks. It could close lower. Okay, so then it'll be the lower low. So really, you can't say. I really can't say that that is a level as a bottom. So no, can't say that at all. It's in a downtrend at the moment, Richard, and everyone else. It's in a downtrend until proven otherwise. What will prove otherwise? If it does form a bottom here, that would be bullish. So we're not there yet, but that would be a bullish divergence. If we do that, if it pops in a higher high here, let's say anywhere above around about 104, anywhere about $100, that might signal, okay, that's a double bottom right there. Then you would see right here, okay, on the relative strength index, that's higher. Okay, so a higher low. You would also want to add something like the on-balance volume, which I'm learning much more about. Okay, and on the on-balance volume, that would actually potentially find confluence there. That is, again, this is spitballing. Right? None of this has happened, by the way. But yeah, you're looking at a potential, potential, right? If that closes higher. If you start closing around here or up in here, okay, that's potential, okay? But yeah, at the moment, bear market, okay? Not a lot to say. And what kind of move could you be looking down to? You'd be looking at that support level. Very clearly, watch that support at $43. So that would be, if we do continue down, watch for a big, probably potential reversal there, a big support at 43, 45 US dollars. For BIDU, the Google of China. I'm going to check the comments to see if I do have the right one. Neil, not Neil. Where's Richard? Did Richard have to go and he didn't even get to hear it? Okay, not sure. That's fine, but let's take a quick look at the Chinese version. Okay, this is a Chinese version, very clear. Same thing. Yeah, it is. It's the same price action. You can see very clearly. So it's the same price action. It's just denominated in, I guess, Singapore dollars, I guess that would be, I'm assuming. Yeah, HKD. So it's priced in HKD. So Hong Kong, it's priced in HKD, right there. So it is the same chart, I think, pretty sure. Okay, so that is BIDU, sure, whatever it is. It's in a downtrend. Nothing's signaling strength yet. Cool. Final comments and we shall get out of here. They got kicked out of Russia. Google, that is. Yeah, I'm not surprised they did. Gold futures at 32.74 now. Thank you, Jake's Customs Parts. Final comments? Nothing else? You just ate a pizza. Did you now? Neil, got to take care of that health, man. Too many carbs. As you all know, I've been 0 carbs since the start of the year. Although I think I already did admit this not that long ago. I did have one off day. It was the first day in about 3 months that I did. I was just not having a great day. But then the next day, back onto, basically 0 carb. Carnivore lifestyle, steaks, baby steaks, eggs, fish, butter, bit of coffee. And I am ketoed up the whizwags. What gives you kidney stones? It gives you kidney stones. I'm hyper on Red Bull, and Nils Hardone says it gives you kidney stones. Yeah, too much caffeine, guys. Living Out of Man says I've been investing my business income back into business every now and then, and I take some profit and buy silver. Good on you, man. Not enough money to buy stocks, man. If you have a business and you're putting a lot of the business profits back into the business to scale the business, what a great idea. Living Adam, man, do you need some help with your social media? You know what I've been doing for a number of years. I don't remember what it is that you do, Living Adam, man. What's the business exactly? You never know. I could help you. Build your customer base. I could get you additional customers by helping you launch and grow on YouTube. I can help anyone launch and grow on YouTube and other social media. You've seen me do it for Bullion Now. You've seen me do it for Ainslie Bullion. You've seen me do it. You haven't seen me do the following, but I've actually done the following for other non-Bullion businesses. I've helped build their communities. I've taught them the skills of how to start, launch, and grow, and consistently create good content, social media content, YouTube, Instagram, the other socials as well. And you've seen my success with Bullion Now. I was their first employee. I launched and grew the YouTube channel to where it is almost it's higher than where I left it, but I took it to a pretty darn good heights by the time I left. Came in and revitalized Ainslie Bullion's channel. It was basically a terrible cut and paste job, and then gave them a content schedule and working with the team and all that. And now they're doing great guns. They're doing the regular content, and I do that for your business too. You might think you have a business that's like, why my business, I only do X. I don't see how I could benefit from a robust social media presence. That's fine. Let's find out if you could, because I've surprised people and gone, no, actually, you could do this kind of channel and you could actually gain a lot of attention on your business. Okay, so Living Adam, man, maybe you and I just need to have a little chat to see what the business is, and I'll tell you in my honest opinion, no, I don't think that's the kind of business that I could help, but I might, and I could do the same for your business, or tell your friends and family out there, anyone who owns a business, send them my way, please. You can get them to send me an email at gmstackers@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching Good Morning Stackers for Wednesday, the 16th of April. Happy birthday, Adam. You'll never see this video, I'm assuming. I did send you a birthday message this morning, but I'm going to put it out there on the internet forever. Happy birthday to one of my best mates in the world, Adam. Hope you have a good one, mate. Grab your tasty beverages. I will grab mine, and we shall synchronize slurp, because, ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, Stackers. It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the
Synchronize.
3, 2, 1, go.
Now we're on the move.
Thanks for watching, people. Good show. Appreciate it. You'll get another live one tomorrow. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good day.